watching Top 3. We're your hosts, and we've got a great show for you today. Now, we're going to be talking about someone that literally went from the bottom up.
I guess you could say that.
That's true, right?
I like that.
Yeah,
You
I
like
like
that?
I like the way
Okay.
you said that.
And is now doing some amazing things with one of the most basic things.
Basic.
Water.
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 That's right. And who do we have as our musical guest today?
Revolutionary, featuring Uso.
Uso. I love this music. It's really good. And Rich, what are you going to be bringing us?
Oh man, I'm excited. We're gonna be hearing from our guest today, and then we're gonna be getting at the end. It's gonna be good.
No, but you get a special something to bring
Always.
it all home.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna bring it all home.
Bring it all home.
So
Okay.
Leon McLaughlin is going to be here to talk about
Wow.
all about water.
Okay.
great.
Hey, you guys stay right here. This is Top 3.
Hey guys, this is Top 3. I'm Melissa. Welcome to News Blast. A whole new crew for Audio Adrenaline. Kevin Max, formerly of DC Talk fame, joins the band. How cool is this? And you might recognize some of the other guys as well. Guitarist Dave of Super Chick and Jason Walker of No Hope Collective and Bleach drummer Jared Byers. Now, bass player Will McGinnis is the only returning member of the original band. You can expect a studio album from this newly revitalized group out next year. That definitely will be a good one. The San Francisco Giants and LA Dodgers team up to talk about faith. This during Fellowship Day. The teams play each other and then share with the audience the gospel and their personal testimonies. The Colorado Rockies recently had a similar event with a performance by Third Day. I love it. It's a great idea. Well, here's a story that shows the signs of our times. Remote control lifeguards are the next big thing for the beach. Basically, it's like a buoy-looking device that a lifeguard can send out if they see someone in trouble. Now, it can't actually bring a swimmer to shore, but at least helps keep them afloat until help arrives. It recently saved a father and a son in Oregon. Check it out. They just send it out there, and then somebody can hold on to it until a lifeguard can make their way through the waves. Great idea. And finally, check this out. This is the new craze to hit beaches in China. I know it looks a little odd, but let me explain to you how this works. You know, here in the United States, we like to look tan. We actually pay money to look tan. Well, in China, fair skin is the style. So these so-called face skinis keep your face from being tanned, and also they apparently help protect against jellyfish. So if you see these on a beach, don't be alarmed. They're just trying to stay fair. I haven't quite seen this on the beaches here in SoCal yet, but I'll let you know when I start seeing that trend here. Well, thanks for hanging out with me here on the News Blast set. You are watching Top 3. Keep it here.
What's going on in the world today? The end is near, some will say it's so easy just to go ahead and walk away. Deep inside us, I know we all afraid, but who's gonna stay and leave their mark? Who was the one they call Braveheart? Sometimes I wanna catch a plane and spread my wings and fly. Don't ask me where and why. You'll probably hear my cry.
Okay, we're at the Yes No table, my favorite segment, where we're going to be quizzing our guest, Leon. We are going to be asking you yes or no questions, and you can only answer yes or no.
Hey,
That's pretty cool.
it's going to be difficult.
like
We've been
that?
talking,
I like
and
that.
he's got a personality. and
No,
stuff,
but I
so-
like the fact that he likes it. He's like,
Oh,
this is easy.
Yeah, it is
The
easy.
long answers are hard.
It actually gets
That's
a little
it.
bit difficult because we're going to ask you some questions that are maybe, you know,
Okay.
however you answer, it might leave audience with more questions.
Oh, okay.
But you can't answer those questions. Only yes or no.
Hello.
Get it.
You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
You ever shined shoes before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question. Okay, does suede ruin in the rain?
No.
I love that. You ever drank dirty water before?
No.
Praise God.
Do you see the sun more than 10 times a year?
No.
Is your favorite month August?
Yes.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Do you like coffee?
Yes.
Decaf?
No.
Okay, good.
I
man.
like that.
Good.
Have you traveled outside of the United States?
Yes.
Have you ever been to Africa?
Yes.
Did you ask me if he's ever drank dirty water?
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten worms?
No.
Good.
You ever had clean water?
Yes.
Of course.
Of course, well, you never know these days. You might just be drinking soda all the time.
That's true.
That's
That's
it.
true. Okay, let's see. Do people know you by your water?
Yes.
Know you by your water. This is very interesting.
Sometimes they say they know you by your word, but by your water? We've got a lot to learn about Mr. Leon. You guys stay with us.
But I know we all have a story. You same person. Together we can rearrange the hurting. It's time for change. Our stories are the same. Together we can do it. Together we will make history. You and me, we are the same person. Together we can rearrange the hurting. It's time for change. Our stories.
Hey, we've got another exciting program right here on Top 3, and we've got a special guest and maybe some even more special guests later on. But we are here with Leon McLaughlin. He is the founder of Clean Water Foundation, and I know Preston and I are very excited to hear about his story. Top 3, or the yes or no table, I should say. They grilled you. They grilled you, and I know you were kind of itching to want to say something. So. You did not go to Africa.
No.
No. But you have traveled around the world.
Yes.
So where are some of the countries that you've traveled to?
Bolivia.
Bolivia.
And Peru.
Peru. And I know you're going to tell us a little bit more a little later why, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then they talked about the water thing. Now,
Yeah.
this is probably where we're going to get into what we're talking about because the Clean Water Foundation is what you have founded and are doing right now.
Yes.
But before we get into talking about that, I want to know, what were you like growing up? Like, what was a young kid? Did you ever know that you're going to be working with this foundation growing up?
Had no idea. Growing up, I did play basketball at the YMCA. We did a lot of recreational stuff, but I had no idea that I would be doing clean water projects for children and families all over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, no idea, not a clue.
Now, you've actually been featured on a lot of major networks. On NBC did a whole story on you.
Yes.
And you had the opportunity. In fact, you won an award recently, an award merit from the, let's see, the what is this organization that gave you this award?
The American Waterworks
The
Association.
American Water Works. See, that's where the water comes in. So
Thank you.
that's where you're working with water. But this all started out because you had a shoe shining business. Is this correct?
It started from
Tell us about
the
that.
shoe shine stand. Actually, well, I have a shoe shine stand in Seattle, and it all started there as I was shining shoes with a lot of prominent people and asking a lot of the people about, like we had city officials, county officials. So I was actually asking them about water and how to clean water up. My story started in Mexico, where I was talking to a lady when I was traveling in Mexico about these water barrels that was on roofs. And she told me, she said, well, I had a water barrel on my roof, and I actually took my water barrel and put it in the bathtub. And one day I had a gathering, and a tourist came over and asked to use the restroom at this gathering and actually drained the bathtub thinking he was doing her a favor, and came out and told her, I just drained the water in your bathtub. And she started crying, saying that was her whole water for the month.
What?
So I was wondering, is it any way that you could possibly come up with water that would be affordable, where these people around the world would not have to spend all this money on water? So I went to the University of Sacramento, California, and started studying water distribution, maintenance, and repair at night.
And you were shoe shining. Let me just get this straight. You're shoe shining.
So I'm shoe shining in the day, and I'm doing online classes at night about water distribution and repair, and came up with an idea. Can you come up with a water system that was mobile, say like a coffee cart? And through the school with the professors and some of my clients that was at the shoe shine stand, we actually designed a system that was mobile like a coffee cart, and it was solar, that produced 740 gallons of water an hour, and it was mobile.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. And tell us, like we were talking about the countries, what countries have you been able to bless with this?
We Bolivia, Peru, Haiti. We just did a deal in Nicaragua with Starbucks, and now we're going back into Peru for a whole village.
So you're giving clean water to probably thousands of people.
Thousands of people. It provides enough water for 3,000 people, one machine.
Well,
so awesome.
you know, I don't know if this is a dumb question or not, but it always astounds me. You hear about it in Africa, but you know, some of these other countries too. Like, why do people have no clean water?
Yeah, it was amazing when I seen that basically when you looked at the money that they would have to spend to have clean water, they just couldn't afford it. So I wanted to come up with an affordable system where a whole community could have it and it wouldn't be expensive. And that's what we developed, a machine that was affordable for a whole community to have clean water.
No, that's incredible. Now, I know you've also done stuff with Seattle University and gotten college students involved in this. Tell us about that.
Well, we actually, our last machine that we put in Peru, we went to Seattle University and we put our machines together where they snap together like Legos, and we wanted it where a person with a 6th grade education could actually put this machine together. So we went to the University of Seattle University and got with the engineering department, and I was asking them, can you put a machine together like the one that we had designed from the manufacturers? And we actually did that and put about 4 machines in Haiti and 1 in Peru with the university, and the students actually put the machines together.
So it's not hard.
It's not hard, and the cost was hardly anything. It was like maybe $3,000 to put one of these machines, and 3,000 people per machine.
Yeah.
And the kids did it. Yeah.
I was going to say, like, why do you think it's important to get the younger generation, like college students, involved in something like this?
I think it's good to bring awareness, just like it brought awareness to me. And we thought it was kind of cool to do it out of a shoe shine stand. So it was kind of cool to say, what? You're providing water all over the world from a shoe shine stand? So, and then we had the connections there because we was in one of the biggest towers. So to get the youth involved, I think it brought a lot of awareness for the youth. And by me coming up out of the YMCA, we actually did a program with Seattle University, and we had urban youth from the YMCA actually put a machine together, and we sent it to Haiti.
Because I believe we definitely take water for granted in the U.S. We don't realize
how serious it is.
And how has your faith been able to shine through all of this?
Well, with God behind you, you just say, hey, it was a calling. Because I had no idea that I would be doing nothing like this. So God just called me to see this situation, especially what happened in Mexico, and to think about it. And it's just like when I was in Bolivia and they say, well, you are only ticket out. And I was like, wow, if the shoe shine got only ticket out, we really got to get busy. So you definitely pray to God to give you the strength so you can continue to do what you do. And so far we've been blessed on, putting these units all across Bolivia, Peru, and Haiti, and getting the youth involved.
And I know you've got some other big plans to spread the clean water. Tell us about that.
We're going back in Peru, and we're also going into Brazil. Our whole thing is to have inauguration celebration of clean water, hand washing competitions, and then a big music celebration. So that's kind of our pattern, and we're going to go in Brazil and also Peru to go in these schools to make the children goodwill ambassadors, where they can bring the water home, where the parents can do other things, and everybody will be involved, the whole community. So now what we do when we come in with a system, because it can easily be snapped together like Legos, we involve the universities in those countries to join the area development people to all get involved. So it's all ownership with everyone.
That's amazing. Because it's something that affects, like you said, the whole community.
Exactly.
And what's the response been from the people that you've been able to
Well,
touch?
the response has been tremendous because of the fact that once we go in, we do what we call a health survey a year after we go in. So we actually see what type of diseases was there before we went in. So you're looking at now 85% of diarrhea is no longer there. Gastral infections is no longer there by having these clean water machines. And it would be 100%, but they were bringing the water home to the families, but now we're going to be providing water for the whole communities. So that way it'll be 100% effective rather than 75 to 85. Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Now, I know there's been some creative ways that you've been able to promote and support this. And, one of the things that you had mentioned to me is about the musicians that you're involved with. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we have over 17 different artists from all over the world that came together to join me on this mission, and we put a CD together. We have the lead singer of the Spanish Harlem Orchestra. We actually got the vice president of Starbucks Executive Legal, who now is one of the spokespersons for Obama. She just went to the Obama administration like 2 weeks ago, but she's on the CD. So we made it a fun CD. And so we got different artists from all over the world on this CD.
Now, how big is this problem of not having clean water around the world?
Well, you got about 2 million people die each year for lack of clean water. So it's a huge problem, but it can be solved, if everybody was to get involved. And that's why we were trying to basically say we're coming from a shoe shine stand, a minority business, and we want corporate America, NGOs, we want everybody, the colleges to join us to take care of this problem.
Absolutely. In fact, I know you brought a few friends along with you.
Yes.
Who have been very supportive because, like you said, you can't do this all by yourself.
You
so
can't.
let's bring on some of your friends.
Okay.
So Leon, tell us who you've brought with you.
I got Chris, and Greg.
This is almost like Family
It's the
Feud. I
family
feel
affair.
like,
The clean water entourage.
The clean water entourage. Now, I'll start with this Chris number one. How did you get involved with this, and what does it mean to you to be involved with clean water?
Well, I'll definitely say that being involved with the Clean Water Foundation was a blessing from God, because I did not know Leon at all a few months ago. And I'm an independent business developer for Strongbrook. And we started working together in the area, and I was doing some events for my beauty magazine as well. And that's how I met Leon. And I just saw the two opportunities between one of the number one most solvable problems in the world, lack of clean water, and one of the number one most solvable problems in the country, real estate. And I put the two together. And it's just been really phenomenal ever since.
Yeah, and there's some creative ways, I don't know, like both of you, and going on to the next Chris with a K, just to distinguish. Can you tell by their faces, one's with the C, one's with the K? You've had some creative ways that you've been able to support his ministry. Tell us about that and why you were so convicted to do it.
I got to tell you, clean water is so important. And right now, when you look at our global problems, when you look at our economic problems, I mean, real estate is another one of those, providing houses, the American dream. And as you look globally, water. So you look at housing and you look at water and you look at the needs that people have around the world. And so one of the things that I'm a big believer in is entrepreneurship and helping young people start businesses. And so we got a business to help people do real estate successfully. And then we got wonderful people here like Chris that's willing to take some of his proceeds to support clean water. And so we love supporting the Clean Water Foundation and their cause.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love the stewardship that you guys are sharing about. And Greg, you've got a little different slant in the types of things that you're doing to support.
Leon mentioned earlier Paula Boggs, who's in the music world, and Tor Dietrichson, who's on the CD as well. I happen to work in the sports and entertainment industry, and I started a brand. So I was introduced to Leon for that reason, for music. So my brand is Dribble, Shoot, Swish, which is a brand to educate children and youth through education through basketball. And so I started these events where we raise money. It turned into different causes. Well, meeting him, we had the same value system. It was about helping people. We want to do our thing around the world, so it was a perfect combination. And when I met Leon and heard his story and saw the stories, I was blown away. I seen his passion, so I live by passion. He says, live life with passion. And I saw his heart. He was willing to do anything it took. And I felt blessed to meet him, and I knew that I could help him out. So with the music background, with the sports background. So now we run events for corporations with children, with executives where they shoot basketballs. It gets funded and the money goes towards the Clean Water Foundation to take these systems around the world.
I love that. I really love that. Really quickly, Leon, if you can give one last encouraging word to our audiences out there, what would you want to say for somebody who might be wanting to try to do something to help somebody? What would you want to say to them?
I would say definitely join us. It's definitely a need for these children to have clean water all over the world. When those kids came to me and they said, you are our only ticket out, and I was like, wow. And they say, we prayed for clean water, and all of a sudden you came and you brought it. It just show you how God works in mysterious ways, because here were some people praying for clean water, and all of a sudden I came out of the clear blue. I mean, from a shoeshine stand to Bolivia. I mean, what's the chances of that? It's unbelievable. So God works in mysterious ways to put all this together. So I would say if everybody would join us on this mission to bring clean water to children, it would be great. And we can solve the problem. So it's not a problem that cannot be solved. We just need people to join us to solve the problem. And it's doable.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, where can people find out more information of how, if they want to help your cause in getting clean water to the rest of the world?
You can go to our website, and it's www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org.
Okay, and real quick, websites for the two of you guys.
So for the Dribble, Shoot, Swish brand, you just go to facebook.com/Dribble, Shoot, Swish, where you'll see what we're about, and you'll see Leon's company and what we're doing for events.
Yeah, awesome. And Chris?
And you can go to strongbrook.com, and through strongbrook.com you can learn more about starting businesses, and the proceeds that come from that, and specifically your website, Chris, will actually go to help provide more clean water. Do you want to share that?
Absolutely. My website is Simplexity, reic.com. You can just go to that. Check it out.
I love that. So hopefully people will be inspired by what Leon and the other guys are doing, and you guys can make a difference in the world. We'll be back to the top 3 table with a lively discussion with Rich and Reba.
Hey guys, welcome back to Top 3. Today we have been talking with Leon and his friends all about clean water, his story, very inspiring story. And we got to do a little bit of the yes, no. And I just love, because we always know some things obviously about the guy before we let everyone else know, but I just love his whole kind of track record in terms of starting off shining shoes, then really having a passion and a burden to see people get clean water. And, it's crazy how far he's advanced. He's got this invention now, essentially, that he's made and invented. I love inventions. I've never invented anything. Have you ever had an invention that you thought you wanted to invent and somebody else invented it? I had one. It was the hose that came. I had an idea to do a hose that was a coiled hose. So when you pulled it, it would just automatically go back. It's in sharp
Mine
image.
was
I love those hoses.
Yeah.
apple juice and cranberry.
That was my
But
idea.
they mixed it.
Apple juice and cranberry.
What was it?
They took my idea.
Apple cranberry.
Apple cranberry. It was hilarious. I was
Apple.
like, oh yeah, I was literally got done skating and I had my apple juice. I bought separately and I put it both in there. I
Not
was
true.
like, I'm dead. I was like, man, this would be great. And he's like, cranberry press. That was funny. But anyway.
So you lost on the idea?
Yeah, I lost. So
Yeah.
I have to think of more ideas now.
I actually didn't have an idea, but my husband only one did. He had in college, he had created for his senior project.
This is so funny. I love this.
Sneaker with wheels in it, the Heelys or whatever, thing like
So
that.
he called them wheelies.
Or well, yeah, I don't remember what he called them, but then he saw them at like a Toys R Us, and he's like, no.
Could have done it. Just need to invest a little more money. The other invention that I had that would still work, I haven't seen it. It hasn't come out
But
yet.
not say it. So
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
tell
steal
it
it.
'cause someone can have it.
Okay.
Was the glow in the dark toilet
See,
That's brilliant.
rim.
They would do that.
That's brilliant.
People
so
would
that
like
you
that.
wouldn't.
People would like that.
You're so
actually.
lazy, you don't want to turn on the light to go to the
That's
bathroom.
hilarious. Like
so
having
you
paint
see
different
it.
colors.
Well,
People
it's just
would
like
that.
my
brilliant.
wife, for instance, she might fall in.
Do you mind if I steal that?
Yeah, but with the
People-
rim, she would know whether or not it's like, because you go in the dark and then, whoa,
You know
she's
if it was
mad.
up or down.
Oh, I see.
People would buy that.
You guys can have that one. What was your other one?
Me? Okay, I had one that was, it was for in the bathroom as well. But you know how like disposable razors, you never know how
Yes.
long you've used them?
Oh.
What if there were little tabs on the side? So each time you use it, you push the tab in.
Oh.
That's easy. Let's make that.
3 tabs later, get a new one.
Yeah,
Very,
only
very
one can
good.
help you with that.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank
Now,
you.
some people can actually go, more than 3 tabs because.
Well, you could have you have 6 tabs. You pick how
You
many tabs
know.
you like.
I
How many
like
tabs
that.
you can go.
It's very, very good.
Somebody's stealing some ideas today.
Yeah, these are great. These are great.
$1 million
You're making
ones.
money watching this show right
Yeah,
now.
that's what we do.
But no, I love honestly how he had this idea and what they're doing over here in these countries. What do you think are maybe some, inventions that have happened maybe in our generation that have really, really kind of altered?
One
Okay.
word.
iPhone.
She already knows where I'm going.
Sharpie.
Sharpie, like the marker?
Yeah.
How come?
Why?
You can use it for everything.
What do you mean? Like,
So iPhone 2.
Well, iPhone too.
but what do you mean you can use it for everything?
It's like duct tape. You can always use a Sharpie for whatever it is. Like your furniture gets a little nick on it, black furniture, Sharpie.
Sharpie.
Really?
Oh yeah, Sharpie.
But I have
Find a gray
microfiber.
hair, Sharpie.
No.
You do that?
No, I mean I don't have
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have a gray.
If I did, I would.
So you say Sharpie? That's your
Yeah.
answer.
Sharpie.
That's my
What would you
I
say?
said the iPhone is pretty doing a lot of different things.
It is.
Just a little bit.
A little bit more intricate.
They're all right.
The iPhone
They'll-
controls me, man.
It's like a drug. I'm
But there's
telling you
like
right now.
1,000 inventions involved in the iPhone. I'm talking about one single invention.
It's the invention that never
Contact
stops.
lenses
That
for me,
keeps giving.
being completely, because I wear
Yes.
glasses.
Yeah.
Without contact lenses, like just the other day I had glasses on and I was drinking soup, and then like my eyeglasses fogged up because I didn't wear my contact lenses. So I was like, oh my gosh, how
Another
do people
invention.
live with
Little
themselves?
wipers.
No,
little
we
wipers.
never see you in glasses.
I
Can you
know.
wear your glasses for a second?
Yeah, no
Let's see what you
problem.
look like with glasses on.
I know.
Are
We
these
never
even
see you.
real?
You always wear.
Those are real. Those
They're
are
real?
Those are
Oh,
really
wow.
fake.
Let me see.
Those are really fake.
Yeah.
Really fake.
That's what they're
See,
called.
why do you even wear glasses?
They're
Like, I don't
cool.
want to wear glasses, and you wear glasses for fashion.
Isn't that crazy?
Whoa, I'm blind.
But you actually look cool. You actually
I'm
look good in them.
blind.
You look good,
Benign.
man.
I
They
can't do
don't.
it.
They don't. My face is actually underneath all this hair, very
Yeah.
small. So
You guys-
all the
you guys
glasses are
rock.
always too big.
You
for
guys
me.
all look better with glasses. I just look
It doesn't
nerdy.
work on me, does it?
No, you look,
it.
like a school teacher.
School teacher.
Yes, which is look. I'm
That's
going
cute.
You
though.
look like a professor when you put those on.
Hi.
Professor
Today we
Pollard.
are going to. No.
You study the art of
I think
skateboarding.
I have to go with the iPhone with him. Duct tape, Sharpies are good. Contacts are great, but the iPhone, man, monitors my sleep at night.
It does everything now.
Yeah, calendar,
Weight
Twitter,
loss,
weight
whatever you
loss,
need.
my diet,
Everything.
irons my clothes for me.
Yeah, seriously.
The iron, that's one. I don't even use an iron. I use a steamer now.
I use a steamer.
I don't buy anything that has to be ironed.
Very true. Who irons anymore? That's the wrinkle-free